Bigger is better.
Whatever. I know how a TV works.
Yeah, but can your TV do this? Flashing my clans in one click.
Yeah, my TV can kinda do that.
Sure, but can your TV do this? Boom, boom. Now I can chat or work in just 2 more clicks. Boom, boom.
Yeah, but who cares? I can do that with my TV, my phone, and my laptop too.
Exactly. With just a few clicks, I did all of that on my Remix.io.
Remix.io? What's Remix.io?
So, what is Remix.io? Remix.io is a device engineered to be a 4K TV set-top box, a gaming console, and an Android PC all in one device. It's the result of us listening and learning from our user community over the past couple of years to bring about our next phase of innovation. For those of you that don't know us, we're Jai Technology, and we're all about pushing the limits of Android and of computing. We first introduced our vision right here on Kickstarter with the Remix Ultra tablet, a laptop experience on a tablet. And then we brought you guys the Remix Mini, the world's first Android PC. We even made Remix OS free for the world through Remix OS for PC and Remix OS Player. Remix.io integrates the feedback we've gotten from users of all these products. We've learned that watching videos was hugely important for all of our users. So, for example, we've worked on creating Remix OS TV mode. Not only optimized for remote controls, but it also has bigger app icons and a dedicated TV app store populated with apps developed just for TVs. We've done the work to make being a couch potato even easier. Now for Android gamers, we haven't forgotten about you guys. We've been developing our Gaming Toolkit app for the past year that will allow players to key map Android games for keyboard and mouse as well as game controllers. Android games now unleashed for big screens. And finally, Android PC and Remix OS. Remix OS was born to bring to life the realization of Android PCs. Multiple resizable windows, keyboard and mouse optimizations and shortcuts, a taskbar to manage your system and your apps. Now with Remix.io, we're redefining again what computing can be. A set-top box that can browse, a gaming console that can chat, and a PC that can turn on your lights. We work hard so that these functions are simple and seamless for you, the user. Now we're back on Kickstarter because this is where it all started for us. We built our community on Kickstarter. It's here that we want to share the fruits of the past couple of years with you, and it's you guys we're here for. Join us in our continuing journey to explore and push the limits of Android and of computing. Get a friend to back us and be eligible for a free Remix.io. From all of us here at Jai Technology, thanks for your support.
So we were really frustrated by the TV gaming space. It was really clunky. It's big consoles, big controllers, wires everywhere, and the ecosystems were completely closed. So we wanted to blow that apart with a really beautiful product, something really simple, really elegant, on a completely open operating environment. We call it Gamestick. We set out with Gamestick to create a really beautiful big screen games console. In building that product, there were some really fundamental engineering challenges. We wanted to go from a product this size to a product this size. Gamestick is a 2-inch games console running Android. For the first time ever, it puts big screen gaming directly in your pocket. It's packed with power and memory to run the very richest games available today. No wires, no boxes, no fuss. So in creating a great games console, you've got to create a great game controller, and we focused tirelessly on making this product as beautiful to use as possible. Looked at trying to integrate the stick into the controller so that you ended up with a really easy to hold, beautiful, portable device that you could take anywhere you wanted to go. Everything we do at PlayJam is about TV. We love TV. Our entire mission here is about trying to make games on TV the best experience that we can. You've got a really open, vibrant platform on mobile, and you've got a closed network on console. And PlayJam simply is trying to break that ecosystem and bring fantastic games to TV.
My name is Charles Wong. I'm the co-founder of Green Throttle Games. Before that, I was the co-creator of Guitar Hero. Well, I think the Gamestick is a good idea because it brings down the cost of playing games on a television. So not every game should be played on a $400 or $500 console. I think there are a lot of great games that people can play on their television that don't require all of that, and I think the Gamestick is a perfect product for bringing that type of game to the mass market.
The thing I always think about with the Gamestick is not only its affordability, but its accessibility. That's the area that I think game developers and also the consumer and the player will get the most excited about. The type of games that you can play using the Gamestick will be very, very accessible, very intuitive, very friendly, and a lot of fun very, very quickly.
We're really excited to be working with over 250 developers who like the idea of getting their games on TV but don't necessarily have the resources or the opportunity to go via the direct console route. We see a huge opportunity to provide a direct self-publishing route to TV via an affordable, highly portable, dedicated gaming device which will, we hope, inspire a lot of creative thinking around the big screen.
For the first time, you can create and own your original intellectual property. You can bring that to market, and actually now we're really starting to see the emergence of connected TV as a really viable platform, really being able to access the television through more accessible, more affordable devices, and that's something that from a development perspective I find very, very exciting.
We've come a long way with this product and it's been a real labour of love, but we're really proud of what we've created that we think can be truly disruptive for the games industry.
Phonejoy Play. It's an amazing device for entertainment on my way to work.
I would have never imagined that playing games on the beach would have been that easy.
This is crazy! This tiny little controller turns my phone into a console. I wish I'd come up with that.
Hi, I'm Martin, the founder of Phonejoy. Phonejoy is a dynamic tech startup based in Hong Kong. And for about a year we have been making and selling these, the Phonejoy Analog, which is a wireless gamepad that connects via Bluetooth to your Android smartphone or tablet. And we got a lot of feedback from you, the users, and made a lot of experience ourselves actually in the product development, which is why we set out this year to make an even better product at a much more compact size. Enter the Phonejoy Play. It's got a horizontal slider, metal plated, which allows you to simply dock your phone into your gamepad, giving you a gaming experience that you've never seen before.
It's actually like my dreams came true.
How many times have you played a really sweet game on an Android or iOS device, but found yourself wishing for better controls? Some games really suffer when your thumbs block the screen or when you don't get any tactile feedback. Tapping glass is a far cry from mashing buttons.
We wanted to create a small-sized game controller that appeals to both core as well as casual gamers. And I think with the Phonejoy Play we exactly accomplished that.
When we were in the early stages of the product development, we were first thinking of using a very conventional approach of vertically locking your phone into your gamepad, as many other gamepads are actually doing, which would have been a much easier solution for us. But there was one fundamental problem with this solution. The feeling would never be the same as with the current Phonejoy Analog, simply because the size of the gamepad would have been much smaller. So we set out to create a horizontal slider, which basically allows you to fully embrace the gamepad, giving you extra hold that you wouldn't have with a smaller gamepad, while still making it very pocketable when you slide it together. And when you dock your phone into the Phonejoy Play, you can still very easily reach the phone's touchscreen while playing with the physical buttons of the gamepad.
As the mechanical engineer for Phonejoy, we had many design challenges we needed to overcome. With the purpose in mind that the Phonejoy's new Play gaming console would be able to fit not only smaller mobile devices, but also the capability to work with devices as large as the Samsung's Galaxy Note. This was done using a proprietary sliding mechanism that allows for each mobile device to have its own customized fit.
We believe that unlike conventional products, the Phonejoy Play's exceptional ergonomics allow for a fantastic gaming experience. But it just doesn't stop there. The gamepad also comes with some fantastic hardware. Inside of the gamepad we can find some specifically designed Bluetooth 3.0 module that allows for great battery power. Actually, you can play more than 20 hours with our gamepad. On top of that, the gamepad comes just like the Phonejoy Analog with 14 programmable buttons and 2 analog sticks which allow for great precision and 3D games. Just like the Phonejoy Analog, it also works with Android devices, but also this time with all iOS, Mac and Windows and Linux devices. We are aware that not only great hardware makes a great gamepad, which is why we've been developing for the past 6 months our own Phonejoy app, which makes it as easy as possible to use our gamepads. On top of that, we want to make it as simple as possible also for game developers to develop games that are compatible with Phonejoy controllers, which is why we started now the development of a software development kit for Android and iOS developers.
Where you get your iPhone to sit in between the two and basically play directly on it like a PSP or similar system. And I think it pretty much revolutionizes the way that we view touchscreen gaming.
This particular controller has a huge future because it allows you to create professional gameplay on the iPhone at basically no cost. I'm just shocked. This is actually very cool. I haven't seen it before.
Currently, Phonejoy is already compatible with more than 150 games on Android. And on iOS, hundreds of iCade-compatible games are supported by us. On top of that, you can make use of a third-party app on iOS and Android to emulate touch controls, which allows you to play almost any game on your smartphone.
The industry often gets set in a trend. Everybody follows the same trend, and it's great to have brave guys that advance hardware. Because of hardware, we can make better games.
Hey guys, I would like to show you a project I have been working on for the past few months. It's called Raspy Boy. It's a game console that can run all kinds of your childhood video games and all in the same device. It's based on the Raspberry Pi Zero, which is a very small computer on which you can run an emulation software such as RetroPie that is launching right now. So I saw some really nice projects of such devices like Game Boy Zeros and so on the internet, but they looked very difficult, long and pretty expensive to make. So I decided to make a kit that would be as simple as possible, that would not require any soldering or programming, and also that would be very affordable, so about 50 euro. So this is the final prototype. It has some very nice features that I would like to show you, and the whole thing is now designed and ready for production. So first I will give you a little overview of the features, then we'll have a look inside at the different components and how easy it is to assemble them together. So the first thing that I really like about this design is the form factor, and the fact that you have the L and R button at the back. It fits really nicely in the hands. So well, as you can see, there are plenty of game systems that are supported by RetroPie. In fact, you have more than 50 different systems. You can check the full list on the internet. And if you get bored playing, you can even watch movies and listen to music. So well, I will not show you any famous games for obvious copyright reasons, but you can check on YouTube for RetroPie overview if you want to have a look at the full potential of RetroPie. So let's start now an unlicensed game to show you the different features of the Raspy Boy. And by the way, this game, we had a lot of fun with friends. It's pretty an amazing one. So the first feature is of course the LCD screen, which is a 3.5 composite LCD. On the side you have the micro USB for charging the battery. Here is a speaker with a thumb wheel potentiometer on the side to tune volume, and it can get pretty loud at max power. On the side you also have a headphone set connector, so if you connect your headphone set, of course it shuts down the speaker. Then on the top you have 3 USB outputs, which is one of the best features of Raspy Boy, because if you have extra gamepads like this one, you can just plug them in USB and you can play multiplayer games up to 4 players. Maybe if you are in the train or at the back of a car, it can be nice to play 2 or 3 players. But if you're sitting in your living room with your friends, all around the 3.5-inch LCD screen, it might not be very comfortable. Which brings us to the last feature of Raspy Boy. Here is the HDMI output. So if you plug your TV here, the video will swap automatically from Raspy Boy to your TV.